Hi. First, sorry about the camera quality. I know it's complete bollocks. It's awful. I know. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I just wanted to talk about Crash because it deserves to be talked about because it's a great game and I want to get my opinion out there, a positive opinion out there, unlike the rest of the internet because the internet loves negativity. I want to talk about this lovely little baby. Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy is my game of the year so far, and for many reasons, and not the reasons you're probably going to think. I'm a massive Crash fan, obviously, probably quite obvious. With that John Cena poster in the background, you can tell I'm a Crash fan. But I grew up with Crash. I love Crash. I play it pretty much every year. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And when I heard they were announcing the Insane Trilogy, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit skeptical at first. I was a bit like, I mean, I was happy when it was announced. I was like over the moon when it was announced. But when they showed the first gameplay of it, I was a bit, it looks a bit too floaty, everything looks a bit too clean, and blah blah blah. And then as I started funneling out more and more footage of the game, and they started showing things that they were actually fixing, it really showed that they cared, and it really showed that, like, okay, these are the fucking right guys to do this, and they're actually listening to people's criticism, they're actually fucking fixing it. And I can't respect that enough. And Vicarious Visions, thank you. Like, Jesus Christ, just thank you. They done an absolutely fucking fantastic job with this. This is every Crash fan's dream. I mean, if you're like a Crash fan and you're saying that this is shit, fuck off. Like, what more do you want? What more can you ask for as a Crash fan? Like, this, like, pleases everyone to me. I can't see how anyone can be, like, unhappy with this. This has everything for everyone. This has something for veteran fans. This has something for new fans. This has something for people that want a nostalgia trip that haven't played it in years. This has something for absolutely everyone. This has something for your fucking mother who knows about Crash and used to play it with you and didn't know about it and now is playing it again. She's like, oh, it's Crash. Yeah, this is fucking perfect. This is absolutely like as perfect as it can be. Not perfect. I'm gonna get into the non-perfect stuff. Very little of the non-perfect stuff in a minute. But yeah, TLDR version of this, like, before I go on a complete ramble, buy it, get it, enjoy it, and love it. This game is absolutely fantastic, absolutely phenomenal, and if I can get it in frame, I will explain why. So, yeah, let me start off with the negatives. I want to get the negatives out of the way straight away so I can just glow on the game. Negative number one, and probably the biggest negative, is the hitboxes. So let me preface this actually by saying, if you haven't played the games in years and like you're not as familiar with Crash as more veteran fans are, you will not notice a single thing wrong with this. You can play this game and you'll be like, oh my god, it's Crash, it feels like Crash, and you will absolutely love the shit out of it. If you are a veteran Crash fan and you play it like very often like I do, you will notice a few inconsistencies and a few things that are just a few imperfections. And one of the main imperfections in this game is the hitboxes seem to be a bit off. Like, it seems the hitboxes are a bit bigger than the objects. Like, it's like a tiny bit bigger than the actual objects, and it kind of puts you off sometimes. Like, when you like die, like if you die and it feels like it didn't hit it, it feels like a bit of bullshit. It takes a while to get used to, but it's fine. Like, it's not a big deal whatsoever. Like, as I said, this is just a nitpick. Like, you can hit like a spike, for example, and like, you clearly jumped over but you die because, I don't know, you're like a fucking centimeter above it, and it's still it's a bit off. And the good thing about it is it can be easy, it can be fixed, it can be patched. They can patch this, and, judging by Vicarious Visions and the way they listen to fans, they will. Second negative is the slide. Well, there's a few like gameplay imperfections here and there, but this is like the biggest gameplay imperfection for me. Is the slide in Crash 2 and 3. Crash 2 especially. The slide seems a bit delayed. It seems like when you press it, like, for example, in the original, when you slid, you could slide, then just slide again, slide, slide, slide. In this, you slide, Crash crouches, gets back up, slide again. It's much slower, and it takes a good bit of getting used to. And it can get you killed in some situations when you're just expecting to slide and slide. That was it took a while to get used to, and it was a bit annoying, honestly. But other than that, like, other than those two negatives and a few like fucking like every video game problems ever, I'm really like finding it really hard. Like, I've been looking, I find it really hard to find problems with this game because it honestly is just it is a love letter to fans and like nostalgia fucking junkies alike. I mean, what have I got? If you're not playing for the nostalgia, you're playing it because it's a good fucking game, then it's going to be a good game because it's Crash and they're good fucking games. If you're playing it for nostalgia, you're going to get that too. Everything looks the way it's supposed to. Well, most things look the way they're supposed to. The game looks gorgeous, it looks beautiful, and I just can't recommend it enough. If you've never played Crash before and you're in the market for like a platformer and something different, something to take a break from all the hyper-realistic games and all the fucking millions of shooters out there, Crash is Crash. Like, you can't go wrong with Crash. It is, in my opinion, the best gameplay on PS4 right now. Take it to a 20-year-old game, a 20-year-old platformer to have the best gameplay on fucking PS4, I know. But that's just my opinion. I just firmly believe that this is the best playing game on the console. Because nowadays developers take story and graphics over gameplay. The game, as I said, looks fantastic. Like, everything looks how it's supposed to, as I said before. Like, when they were releasing footage of it, I was like, oh, you fix this? I mean, I was nitpicking the shit out of it because I'm a nitpicky bastard, and I try not to be, but I can't help it. But like, as I started releasing more and more, like, of the like levels I had showed before, and then they showed it again, it's like, oh my god, they're fucking listening, they're fixing it, and I'm just so glad that they care. Like, we have a developer that gets Crash. We have a developer that knows about Crash more so than anyone since Naughty Dog. Like, even from the like Game Boy games, Vicarious Visions, you could tell that they get Crash. They get it. They haven't made a bad Crash game, and which is more than we can say for like other developers. I mean, I love Traveler's Tales. Traveler's Tales made fucking excellent Twinsanity, and Cortex I loved as well. But it's like, it didn't click with most of the fan base because I don't know, for some reason, like, there was something off about them. But this, I don't see how. Like, this is just so this is a love letter to everyone. This is like something that everyone can sit down, play, and enjoy. Like, if you can't enjoy this game, I don't know what's wrong with you. I mean, if you just can't see the charm and the love and the fucking effort and passion put into this game and just sit down, play it, and enjoy it, I just don't, like, what are you playing games for? I mean, it's just, I'm just glowing over it. I mean, I platinumed all 3 games, and I still just want to go back and play it now. I just want to go back and play through them all again. They're so good. One thing I will say is, would I play these over the originals? I mean, when I'm on my PS4 and like, I just feel like playing something, I will definitely be playing these. But would I play these over the originals? It's a hard question. I don't think so. Personally, I think the originals have a charm to them that will never be beaten. That like, you just cannot, like, you cannot replicate the charm of the original games. But that doesn't mean, like, I'm still gonna replay this game over and over and over again. But like, whenever it comes to playing like the original Crash, I won't be playing these instead of them. So I guess that could be a negative, but not really, because that's just me. That's just the way I work. Other than that, though, I think, honestly, I think the game is like as close to perfect as we could have gotten. And I really want to thank Vicarious Visions for caring about Crash and for bringing Crash back. Because this, I really want Vicarious Visions to make a new Crash game, and I think they will. I'm pretty confident that a new Crash game will be coming because this done so well, and I'm so glad it done well. And I'm so glad that Crash is prominent again. I'm so glad that people are playing Crash again actively. It's so nice to look on the internet now and see people playing a fucking 3D platformer. See, like, I'm looking at my PSN list and everyone's playing Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot, and I'm like, yes, yes, thank you. Finally, a 3D platformer back. I mean, I know I'm a 3D fucking platformer fanboy, but honestly, I just believe they are the best fucking genre of games that ever were created. I mean, I just gameplay is king, and 3D platformers, you can't get better gameplay than 3D platformers, especially Crash. Fantastic game. Again, I don't know what more to say. I just go out, buy the game, play it, enjoy it. And yeah, I know this is a really rambly video. I know you probably tuned off an hour ago, but I really just want to fucking proclaim my love for this game and tell you that it is fantastic and absolutely amazing, and just, you it belongs in your collection. I mean, look at that cover. Look how awesome. Like, even the cover, like, every aspect of this game has so much passion and love put into it. Like, even this cover does. Like, look, you can barely see it because of the shitty lighting, but, like, it's just so beautiful. Like, it's just, the whole game is just... I'm just gonna go play it, right? I'm gonna end this and I'm just gonna go play it because I wanna go play it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you liked this for some reason, and yeah, good luck.